Welcome back, everyone. One of West Michigan's most accomplished high school coaches announcing today that he is stepping away after decades of competition. Our Zach Herrig joins us live at Rockford High, where Ralph Munger just addressed the media. Zach, of course, an emotional day. What did he have to say about it?
Yeah, Annie, that's right. Absolutely a lot of emotion from Coach Munger. We haven't really seen that side of him as a football coach, but he really opened up about his family life and wanting to spend time with his family, his grandkids, go fishing with them. Obviously, one of the biggest coaching names in all of the state of Michigan. His 332 wins, ranked 6th all-time, 76% winning percentage, 3 state titles. And when he talks about the game of football, he's most happy with the consistency of his program.
I guess I'm most proud of the fact that we've been able to develop a blueprint that has proven consistent. Okay, and when you look at the fact that since the inception of the playoffs, no program in the state, in the history of the state, has, been able to be in the playoffs 25 consecutive years other than us. Okay, the fact that we have earned 17 conference championships since 1992, again, consistency. And a lot of that is because of our staff. Okay, we've had our staff together for a number of years. Guys have come and gone, okay, for good reasons, okay, but we've always been able to replace them, okay, with high quality guys, many of which were former players.
And we welcome in Brett Bakita, 1989 grad of Rockford, not to date you at all, but I mean, this is a guy that not only changed Rockford football, but really changed Rockford athletics as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of Ram Nation, you think of what Coach Munger built. I mean, I graduated back in 1989. Dr. Scheidler talked about this in his words about the coach. That was the first state championship in any sport, and it came in girls gymnastics the year I graduated. Right. He comes in 1992, is hired, and 28 seasons, 3 state championships. But when they started to roll in football, you know how impactful, Zach, that is to a community. Then all of a sudden the other sports kind of followed suit, and that's what Dr. Scheidler talked about. And now, from 1 state championship in 1989 for the school history to 65 currently in 18 different sports. I mean, that's impactful, let alone the players. He talked about the venues and where they got to take Ram Nation all over this state.
Yeah, the Big House, Spartan Stadium, Ford Field, closing down the Pontiac Silverdome back in 2004, I believe it was. He talked about how much the losses really stuck with him and how much even this season's losses stuck with him. But just for him to go out this way, what do you think that says about Coach Munger?
Well, I think, look at the fact of his health, and that's the most important thing. A quadruple bypass surgery in August. He said it changed his life, woke him up a little bit. And think about this. This guy was used to waking other kids up and other people up with football. And, he wants to spend time with his family and his grandchild and fish and do that. He certainly earned that right. And the time, and he talked about 3 years, he had kind of thought about this and said, this is the time. We won the OK Red Conference Championship. Everyone wants to go on top. That doesn't always happen, but it did for Ralph Munger, and I think the rest of the Rockford community echoes my sentiments in the fact of just thank you, Coach, and happy retirement.
I was going to say, so many players, long, impactful, not only on the football field, but I think in life as well. 4 players in the NFL, Joe Staley, obviously still playing with the 49ers, but talk about his impact off the field as well.
Well, you heard it from, and you saw the former players here that have played under him in all different generations, what they meant. And Dr. Scheidler read a couple of emails today or text or tweets that he got, and I guess social media was on fire. Well, deservedly so, across the country as former players reached out to him and said what it meant to them, not just when they played Friday Night Lights and the lights went on in Rockford, but how this man has stuck with them now as parents, now as career men, and even the people that were impacted on Friday night. I mean, Ted Carlson Memorial Stadium is a special place.
Absolutely.
And that happened under Ralph Munger's watch.
And Coach Munger talked about having a fishing boat and only using it, I think, twice with his grandson 2 summers ago and 3 times this past summer. So that is what he's looking forward to towards retirement, is getting out and fishing with his grandson and spending some time and hopefully some vacation time with his wife as well. We'll have plenty more on this coming up during sports, during Fox 17 News at 6. But for now, reporting live for Brett Bakita, I'm Zach Herrig from Rockford High School.